Social media movement to boycott Budweiser because of a partnership with a UC graduate and trans TikTok star.
Today, we need to have a serious conversation about a pressing issue: the rise of hatred towards the LGBT community in the United States. It's time to address the increasing discrimination against this minority, especially in light of a concerning incident. We will delve into how a beer brand found itself in a deep crisis after collaborating with a transgender influencer, leading to backlash. These events showcase a troubling level of animosity. Throughout this discussion, we will illuminate various facets and counter the arguments put forth against these developments. Over the past years, America has achieved significant progress. Acceptance of transgender individuals has grown, people have been able to embrace their true selves, and suicide rates have dropped. However, recent times have seen a distressing trajectory. This began with the political ascent of Ron DeSantis in Florida, who aspires to become president. The so-called Don't Say Gay law was enacted, which prohibits teaching about sexual orientation and gender identity. These laws stifle the expression of individual sexual identity. A striking example is the case of a teacher being dismissed for showing a film that didn't revolve around LGBTQ themes, but featured a gay actor. Transgender individuals are being excluded from school sports, and there are serious discussions about potentially excluding them from education altogether. The laws are intentionally vague, permitting even the death penalty for transgender individuals in Florida solely based on their gender identity. Merely painting one's nails can result in the death penalty, an absurd and shocking reality. Furthermore, threats are being issued to take children away from parents who don't insist on their kids being heterosexual and cisgender, underscoring the issue of human-created stereotypes. A particularly alarming incident that ignited the surge of hatred was the collaboration of the beer brand Bud Light with a transgender influencer boasting 1.8 million followers. Although this isn't a large number compared to major influencers, a single advertising post triggered massive reactions. Subsequently, a wave of violence and threats ensued. Bud Light received bomb threats. An event had to be canceled due to safety concerns, and even individuals who bought the beer were attacked. Even the White House was compelled to respond to these events. In response, an extremely right-wing beer brand was launched, marking just the beginning of this troubling trend.
When a transgender American posts a video about a brand of beer they enjoy, and it leads to bomb threats, it's clear that that level of violence and vitriol against transgender Americans has to stop. And the president has been very clear. I just laid this out. The administration is going to do everything that they can to protect LGBTQI+ people who are under attack. And that's what we've been seeing across the country, especially in state houses. And so we're going to fight alongside them to protect their rights. They should be allowed to be who they are, who they want to be. And they should be able to speak out against, and we should be able to speak out, and others should be able to speak out against hate and discrimination. But look, that type of dangerous rhetoric, that type of vitriolic language and violence, that needs to
stop. The Hershey's brand also faced a scandal for featuring a transgender woman in their advertisement, resulting in the absurd I Hate Hershey's movement. Right-wing influencers and talk shows are increasingly focusing on transgender issues to garner attention.
So built around sexuality, and they lose all their hobbies. Their only hobby is being transgender.
Oh, okay. So there is a lot there, but let me just address the claim that trans kids lose all their hobbies, because I will point out that when they try to have some, like, I don't know, school sports, for example, a bunch of arsehole adults try to keep them from doing it. Schreier sometimes dresses her argument up by using the term rapid onset gender dysphoria, which is total horseshit. It comes from a study published by a researcher in 2018 hypothesising that some kids identify as trans due to peer pressure. But it's worth you knowing that study was based on a survey of parents, not actual trans kids, and it targeted parents from organisations dedicated to opposing trans ideology, which is instantly disqualifying. It's like citing a study claiming that all postal workers are terrifying hell demons sent to attack your family, but then learning that the researchers only surveyed a collection of anxious
DeSantis presents
Real Man
of women's sports.
Today, we recognize the men who've hacked the system.
Hack the system.
Once mediocre in the men's division, now cream of the crop in the women's.
From mediocre to champion.
You couldn't cut it with the boys, so you pushed women off the podium.
Real man still first place.
Because without you, sports would be fair. Without you, women's sports would be for, well, women.
The upcoming elections in the USA have triggered a cultural battle. The question arises, why aren't people standing together? All of this is occurring due to attacks on a tiny population, about 2 of the total population, with 1.4 being youth and 0.5 adults. This small minority is targeted due to political expediency. Politicians are leveraging this issue for their campaigns, leading to alarming trends.
Schools are under attack. Woke bureaucrats parachuting in to hijack our children's future.
I know my CRTs.
Forcing woke ideology into the classroom.
I'm Gracie. I'm a she, her.
It's immoral. I'm Kelly Craft, and as governor, I'll dismantle the Department of Education and start fresh. Because these are our children, not the government's.
In kids identifying as trans, as the writer Julia Serrano has pointed out, when you look at a chart of left-handedness among Americans over the 20th century, you see a massive spike when we stopped forcing kids to write with their right hand, and then a plateau. That doesn't mean everyone became left-handed or that there was a rapid onset southpaw dysphoria. It means people were free to be who they fucking were. And to the extent that some young people are just exploring their gender identity, how exactly is that a bad thing? Who the fuck are they hurting? Watching the conversation around this, it is hard not to feel like, to the extent that there is any social contagion here, it is among adults who have whipped themselves into such a frenzy.
A pervasive hostility towards the art form of drag, which isn't directly connected to transgender individuals, is emerging. The idea of erasing transgender identity or intentionally transing individuals is even being considered, reflecting a disconcerting dimension of hatred. Even clergy are expressing thoughts of eradicating the entire LGBTQ community, which is utterly unacceptable. A concerning trend is the labeling of LGBT people as pedophiles. This brings us to the next issue.
The Lego group supports what?
Yeah, the Lego group pretty proudly supports the LGBTQ community. Do we not?
Yeah.
Yes.
But the question is, why are you all in here with those pins on? Do you think children care about what man sucks at home and what girl eats vaginas at home?
It's time to leave, man.
Do you think they care about that?
It's time to leave, man.
Do you think they care?
I don't think they think about that personally.
Right. So why would they think about it when they see your pin?
No, they don't. It's time to leave.
Yes, they do.
It's time to
It's
leave,
disgusting.
guys. We're gonna call security.
That's called grooming.
Right. If y'all mind leaving?
Yeah, if you call security, tell security that you're in here wearing a pride flag on your shirt.
Come on, guys, it's time to leave.
You know what's amazing? Most children don't know. He's been educated by me. I think it's grooming. It's borderline pedophilia and child abuse for these weirdos to come in here and wear that, and at the same time, kids buy from the store. When does it stop? I'm sick and tired.
You don't have to shop.
Huh? Yeah, but I came here to buy something. When does it stop? At some point, we need to stop pushing this mess on children.
At this point, we're just going to have to ask you to leave.
I'll leave. Okay. And I won't spend any money at Lego.
Fantastic.
If you're in here right now, in here right now and you care about value, this store is intentionally promoting LGBTQ behavior on children.
Sir,
spend your money in a place that doesn't do that to kids.
Sir, you're about to get trespassed.
In the past week, there have been 17 arrests or convictions of adults accused of having sex with children. Of those 17, 14 were pastors or youth pastors at Christian churches. One was the husband of a youth pastor. One, a police officer. None were drag queens.
The lies being spread about transgender individuals, fabrications that claim transgender individuals engage in pedophilia, abuse children, and perform genital mutilations on minors, using rainbows to manipulate them into becoming transgender, are shocking.
Hey, what's up, guys? Here I am in Target, my local Target, right? Check this out. So we're in the boys section, guys. Boys clothes section. I want to show you over here. This is the clothing we have for boys. Dinosaurs are cool, right? There's a big rainbow behind the dinosaur. But we're not going to stop there. We got a cloud, hula hooping with a rainbow. What's this? Trucks are cool, right? Picking up a rainbow. Why are we picking up a rainbow, guys? Why is this boys' clothing today? I'm not done. Like Baby Shark? Bye-bye. There's masculinity. That's what they're doing. They're destroying masculinity. Guys, it's time to stand up against this wokeness. We need to stand up as parents and leaders and fathers. Like and follow for more.
Ma'am, where's the boys section?
Right there. All
This
is right here.
This is the boys section?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Is this the boys section too?
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me. Wow. This is the boys section. Oh, hey, we got a boy shirt. Hold on. This is the boys section. We're in the boys section. Ma'am, is this? You gotta be kidding me. Is this the boys section too?
That is for boys.
Now, if this ain't pushing the agenda, I don't know what is. This is sick. Target, do better. Yes, we're at Target. Look at this. So you can look like your sister. Isn't that something?
Now, we find ourselves at a juncture where child protection is paramount. Remarkably, the question isn't being raised as to why churches aren't being boycotted despite documented cases of widespread child abuse. The entire issue deeply affects me, and I'm apprehensive about future developments. While I once wished to visit the USA as a child, I now long for distance and hope that these trends don't spread to other countries. Love is love, and we must stand united to overcome these challenges.